of artivism for the past 7 years. It fills me with great pride when I introduce myself as the propagator of this term, Artivism, an amalgamation of two words, art and activism. Artivists merge their commitment to freedom and justice with their brush, pen, ink, voice, body, and imagination. Artivism has become iconic in distilling specific moments in history, like in 1905, Abanindranath Tagore portrayed Bharat Mata as a four-armed Hindu goddess. This was the first ever visualization of the nation as a mother, and Tagore was responsible for instilling nationalistic feelings among Indians during the freedom struggle. I certainly agree to the fact that street art has the potential to bring art outside of the galleries to the masses in their daily lives. And this is exactly what the invisible man of graffiti art, Banksy, has been doing for the past 2 decades. Art not only cements injustice into a collective memory, but it also propels us to move forward, like it propelled me. I was in 5th grade when I went for this inter-school on-the-spot painting competition, and we were given 3 topics. The first, your favorite sport; second, landscape scenery; and the third, killing of the girl child. While I saw fellow friends merging colors of blue and pink to paint the ideal sky, I stood there and pondered over the third topic, killing of the girl child. So I drew this huge necklace with white shining pearls, and in one of the pearls, I drew a face of a crying girl. Over her head, I placed this huge sword from which blood was originated. On the right side, I wrote, like a necklace is adorned with pearls, a family is adorned with girls. Do not commit the sin, do not kill girls. Then again in 7th grade, I was asked to draw a poster on poverty for Child Reach International, and this is what I drew. The helpless and poor people have been depicted on the foot of the rupee symbol, while the middle class people have been depicted between the 2 lines. They are crushed, depicting their extent of exploitation they face on a daily basis, while the rich people have been depicted over the line, showing their barrier-free and leisurely life. Back in 9th grade, with the use of 134 adjectives, I made this poster on women empowerment. It reads, "She is the creator of the world. It's time to give back what she gives to us, life." I certainly believe that drawing has the ability to do what a human eye cannot. My doodles are a representation of what my mind thinks subconsciously. They're like my brain's DNA. Whenever I read something from different sources, it's like the various pieces of puzzle come together to form shapes and figures of the exact representation I read about. I am specifically passionate about using art for social good. So every illustration I make has some moral, some meaning, a message linked to it, which is capable of driving social change and awareness. Internationally famous photographer and artist J.R. stated that art has the ability to change the world one perception at a time. It can change the way we see the world. Inspired by the same, I started my own blog, Art and Activism, last November. And the response I have received has been so overwhelming and elating. I've always believed that visual imagery has this everlasting impact on the minds and hearts of the viewers, and fortunately, I was proven right. The blog received 19,000 views in 122 different countries, and the works have been appreciated by ABC, BuzzFeed, Mashable, The Huffington Post, Hindustan Times, to name a few. They say nothing succeeds like success, and all this support and love has motivated and encouraged me to take artivism to the highest possible level. I would now like to share some of my works with all of you. This is a series I made on acid attacks. This is one issue which I am really concerned about, and it is really, really close to my heart. This is a series of illustrations to change the mindset of how the normal public looks at acid attack survivors, and even how the victims look at themselves. In my opinion, the scars and the bruises on the faces and bodies of the survivors should not be considered as a site of pity. They should be considered beauty. scars, the masses, and the bruises are nothing but mere doodles, an everlasting impression of their courage and strength. Next up, I call this brown and proud. Don't judge me by my color, I'm not paint. Your institutionalized shades of beauty shall not sell me fairness creams. If you think I give a dime about the you I am, black or brown or yellow, mustard, honey, rock or mellow, color number 45, shade 3. Look at the earth beneath your feet. I am the color of rainbow, you don't need prisms to make a marble at. Look at the earth beneath your feet. I am the dusk that puts it to sleep. Clever words imbibe the sense of oneness in me. I have grown up dark-skinned in a color-conscious land, and like many others, I have faced color discrimination from a very young age. So I drew this on the occasion of United Nations Zero Discrimination Day to celebrate and support inclusion, tolerance, and diversity. As you can see, I've included the two figures in an outline of a butterfly to depict the fact that all people of color deserve the same amount of opportunities, love, and respect. And if we work together towards a discrimination-free world, all of us can create and can achieve great heights similar to that of butterfly. This work has also been appreciated by UNAIDS. The periodic table of 19 global issues. A flashback to grade 10 reminded me of those various mnemonics we used to make to memorize the alkali earth metals, the noble gases. And while learning this rote learning process, I realized something as meaningful as those elements. Each and every symbol of the periodic table was an acronym of the global issue. This acronym could be expanded to form a word which represented humanity's worst vices. As you can see, H, hydrogen, human trafficking, O, oxygen, overpopulation, N, nitrogen, nepotism, and B, boron, bulimia nervosa, which is an eating disorder. I've also provided statistics along with these issues, which provide the extent of issue the world is facing today. And I've also provided solutions to make people realize that there's hope and light at the end of the tunnel. Now, all of us have had nicknames based on our appearances back in school. And while some of us take it really casually and lightly, most of us have been potential victims to body shaming, the widespread phenomenon of receiving cruel feedbacks because our bodies do not match the unrealistic beauty standards of our times. So in this picture, if you go on Google and research what fat people are, the very first suggestions that come up are fat people are gross, they're disgusting, they're hard to kidnap. And this is the impact it has on a victim of body shaming. Skinny shaming is another kind of bullying which is harmful because it perpetuates the notion that somebody's self-worth is based on their appearance. This drawing depicts the n number of phrases a skinny girl listens almost every day. Men like curves, real women have curves, men do not like stick figures. You have it all easy. Do you even eat anything? You cannot even lift. And this one is a take on all the magazines and their fake and unrealistic beauty standards. We need to realize that words like short, tall, thin, tiny are just adjectives or characteristics and not insults. A number on the weighing machine cannot determine our real worth, and losing or gaining calories is not the call of our soul. Swami Vivekananda stated that to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance, and I certainly believe that all women and men have the right to accept and embrace their bodies. This one I call Proud and Powerful Period. Now all of the girls here have at some point of their time felt shy or embarrassed due to their monthly menstrual flow. It's strange how a normal biological phenomenon which gives the power of procreation to women has so many social stigmas associated with it. And in India and in many other parts of the world, it comes with a unique set of restrictions and taboos. In this picture, we can see a girl who's embracing and who's reaching great heights by embracing her gifted abilities. She's not letting the remarks of the society pull her down or break her spirit. Her sanitary pads are not acting as barriers but are helping her achieve her dream. We need to break the cycle of secrecy and fear and misinformation about menstruation. This one is on multiple personality disorder. I made this illustration inspired by Steve Cutts to raise awareness about the enormity and seriousness of mental illness. It shows a person who's going through multiple personality disorder, which is a disorder, mental illness, which is characterized by distinctive personalities which reside inside one person. It's like he's shouting out because of the psychological state he is in. They're like miscellaneous and various personalities which reside inside one soul. This is a series of illustrations I did on domestic violence, and using MC, typography, and double exposure, I made this as an impact of big domestic abuse faces. This one is in physical abuse, and this one is in verbal abuse. The last one, poverty. This is an exact overview of the situation of poverty in India. On the left side, you can see the vicious cycle they are drowned in, the cause-effect relations, and the facts and figures which govern poverty. In between, you can see the faces of two farmers, which are a representation of all those farmers who are drowned in poverty. On the above, you can see FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization, which acts as a dove to prick out these people from poverty with the help of government schemes and policies, which have been depicted on the right side. I remember my brother telling me, do not let external validation affect you, Kaanchi. What matters is the impact. And now I realize how true are those words. When I receive mails like these from people that they've put up my works in their rooms, it makes me ridiculously happy. It's not my art, but it's the concept of artivism and my belief in this concept, which is traveling to new places and finding new homes. The seeds I have been sowing for this past so many years are now being nurtured by different people in different parts of the world. This one is from US. This is in Germany. And this one is from Brazil. I certainly believe that artivism has the ability to change the world. There's no approach or investment that breaks cultural barriers, connects us to each other, moves us to action, and strengthens our ability to make collective choices more than arts and culture. Our imagination has the ability to make us visualize a truth which is far bigger than our race, our age, our color, our gender, our place of origin. My imagination made me an artist and an activist. My imagination helped me dream about pursuing artivism and presenting it in front of all of you. My imagination also helps me to take artivism to the highest possible level. My imagination is my key to liberation. I would like to end this talk by quoting Mother Teresa. I alone cannot change this world, but I can cast a stone across the rivers to make multiple ripples. Thank you.